What is up, my peoples? Happy Friday. I hope your week has been awesome. I hope your weekend is even awesomer, if that's a word. On Fridays we usually do, our wins, losses, and lessons. But this Friday we're gonna do something a little different, okay? As you can tell from the title, this is the season finale, okay? Hear me out. Season one, season finale, y'all. So I just kind of want to spend this episode talking about what happened, where we're at, and where we are going, if that's okay with you. So let's get into it. Now, back in February, I made a public commitment to release 5 episodes a week for 12 weeks straight. I also challenged myself to do a little cut and drop about 15 pounds before the summer comes. Now, I committed to these goals publicly for two different reasons, okay? One is I've always wanted my own podcast show, okay? I always wanted like a daily show, 5 days a week. But every time I would try to start a podcast, I had to put it off for some reason or another, right? So this challenge forced me to start, okay? Because there's no perfect time to start anything. You just gotta start. And the second reason was I wanted to prove that my accountability program, Hold Me To It, actually worked. And I was gonna prove that by using the program on myself, right? But here's the plot twist. Midway through the challenge, I actually stopped selling the program. Oh man, turns out, listen, guys, I'm not the one-on-one coach guy. Okay, I'm more of a mass communicator. Okay, hence the reason I got my degree in mass communications. But I prefer, inspiring people by just doing and living. I'm not really big on sitting in sessions and talking about it. You know what I mean? Now, I did go all in with it at one point, and I did start doing sessions, and they were really good sessions. And shout out to everybody who signed up to do sessions with me, but it's just not me. And that's why I just kind of stopped doing it, and that's fine. That's fine. That's life. I tried something new. It wasn't for me. That's what life is all about. Trying something new, realizing what works for you and letting go of the things that don't. Now, today is actually day 89. So tomorrow will be day 90, which is the last day of the challenge. And honestly, I already achieved both goals. I gave y'all 67 episodes in 12 weeks. And as of my weigh-in 2 days ago, I had hit the 175 mark, which was what I was aiming for. Actually, I weighed in under at 175. It's actually 174.4, I believe, something like that. Your boy out here looking right for the summer. Let me tell you something. But honestly, man, I'm more impressed with me dropping 67 episodes than dropping 15 pounds. Like, now, let me be real with you guys about what this required from me for me to put out 67 episodes. I did everything on my own, okay, by myself, zero help. You hear me? I'm talking about coming up with the topics, scripting, filming, editing, clipping, posting, captions, everything by myself. I had to prove that I was him. Okay. On top of living my regular life, on top of running a new business that I started that I didn't tell anybody about, on top of training for a 5K, training for a 10K, on top of my regular workouts. Man, my work ethic these past 12 weeks have been absolutely insane, y'all. And I'm proud of myself for that, man. I am so proud of myself for that. I pushed myself to the absolute limit of Steve Corbin Jr. This was insane. And y'all probably can feel it in feel my energy in some of these past episodes. Like, man, that boy sounds tired. I was doing so much, bro. Gosh. Now, in that proudness, there is a little bit of sadness in that proudness. And I'm gonna tell you why. Although I am proud of myself for delivering the show 5 days a week, I didn't get to evolve the show like I wanted to. I wanted to add different segments, even intro music, outro music, make it more entertaining somehow. Actually build a show. But I never had time to work on the show because most of my time was spent doing the actual show. I severely underestimated how much time this would actually require of me. Um, and that's the little sad part I was talking about. So I didn't get to evolve it like I wanted to, but that's okay. You live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. And like we talked about in one of the past episodes, every time you achieve something, it opens up more problems. Life is all about problems. So I knew it was going to be work, but I had no idea it was going to be this much work. You don't know what you don't know, you know? That's why you got to freak around and find out. I freaked around and I found out. I'm not stopping forever. I just want to let y'all know that I will not be stopping forever, but I will be taking a break. I will be taking a break because I want this podcast to flow with the seasons of my life. And I feel like right now I'm going into a totally different season. And there's so many huge life changes happening for me right now. I just want to step into this new season and fill it out. You know what I mean? It's almost like when you get a new apartment, you kind of want to move your furniture in and decorate it the way you want to decorate it before you start inviting friends over. It's kind of how I feel about this new season. And plus, to be real with y'all, I am tired, bro. Oh my God. I am exhausted. 5 episodes a week for 12 weeks. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Why did y'all let me do this? What the hell was I thinking? God. I also want to step back and look at what worked and what didn't work. And that's the thing about when momentum starts to pick up. Sometimes you're moving so fast, you can't tell what's working and what's not working. You can't see it when you're in it. So I want to take some time and step back and kind of figure out, how can I make this show better when I come back? Now, I do want to say, I don't know how long the break will be. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, but I promise you I will be back. Okay? With more updates, a better show, fresh content. I really want to keep this thing going as long as possible, guys. And to be real, man, I kind of was running out of stuff to talk about. But before I go, guys, I just want to say thank you, man. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for rocking with me these past 12 weeks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. I saw Nikki put a few comments on Spotify for us. I appreciate you, Nikki. Thank you for sharing. If you shared it with anybody, it really means a lot. And also, thank you for listening to me rant. Okay. I know I'll be popping off sometimes, y'all. I know. I be over here ranting. Y'all got to excuse me. Y'all know I'm a Gemini. Sometimes I hit that yay button, and I start talking with passion. Uh, but yeah, it's all out of love. I promise you, man. That passion start coming out, and I know y'all be like, man, Steve is wild. That boy is crazy. But thank y'all for listening to my rants, uh, and thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for hearing me out. So yeah, this is not goodbye. Okay, this is just I'll see you later, and I'm gonna take this break. I'm gonna evolve the show, and I'm gonna come back even stronger, baby. And when I come back, the show gonna be fire. I promise you. Now, here's the lesson that I learned from this whole thing. You can do way more than you think you can. Okay, 12 weeks ago, I didn't think I could do 5 episodes a week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not know how this was gonna go. But I did it, and I didn't miss a single week. I had some late uploads, I ain't gonna lie, but I never missed a single day of a single week. So whatever you are putting off because you think it's too hard or you don't have time, listen, you probably can do it. You're probably just severely underestimating yourself. You just have to commit and not give yourself a way out. Hold yourself accountable, literally, okay? That's the lesson. Holding yourself accountable actually works, guys. Now go out and apply this to your goals, your dreams, and your life overall, okay? Now, with that said, I'll see you on the flip side, okay? Holla at you later, alligator. Keep it cool like the other side of the pillow, my brother. Okay, I'm doing too much now. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for hearing me out. Season 1 of Hear Me Out is officially complete. This is Steve Corbin Jr. signing off. Peace.